My name's Isaac Dennis. I coach Chris at Sun Prairie West High School. I run movement hoops at AAU. Been knowing him since he was probably 5, 6 years old. Watched him grow up. We've spent a lot of time in the gym together, player development, getting shots up, working on details. So it's just been a lot of fun to be a part of his journey and watch him grow and see all the work he's put in over the years. Coach Chris, I think I met him when I was probably 15 years old, and just watching him coach with the Premier and with East. I was always a fan of him. I always looked up to him. He always helped me when I got into coaching, even when I was still a kid. So he was a big influence on me, and I was super grateful that I got to coach with him for 2 years. And I probably learned more from him in those 2 years. Not just about basketball, but just about being a mentor to kids and helping uplift them and helping to show them what they can be and help them even when they're in bad spots and not give up on themselves. Like, he just cared about kids so much, and he just had the biggest heart probably of anyone I've been around, to be honest. Like, he cared about everybody. It didn't matter if he was on a basketball team or you was just a kid in the school, or if he was a little freshman or senior, whatever. Like, he cared about everybody, and I try to take that mentality into everything I do and just try to uplift people and try to give them confidence. And he's an amazing basketball coach. I learned so much from him, from an X's and O's standpoint and from a mentality standpoint. But I think just the way he treated people was special. He was just a really special person. But just like from a young age, he put that work ethic in Lil Chris. I remember Lil Chris being in the gym forever. We go to the P Club, he gonna be in there working. We used to have workouts with the older high school kids. He's in there 13, 14 working. Biggest reason that Lil Chris is who he is because his dad, and all the time they spent together, and the hard lessons and the time in the gym and the encouragement and holding him accountable, all the different parts to it. That competitive mentality, don't back down from anything, don't be scared of anybody, no matter what. And just to want to be in them big moments and, to love them bright lights and to love to compete, man. That's that mentality that the big Chris put in him from a young age. Miss him every day. Still think about him all the time. Probably every morning I think about him. And I wish he could see everything that Lil Chris is doing right now, because I know he's so proud. And I know he can't see it. I know he's watching, but I wish he could be here with us. Lil Chris' journey not over. Just this the next step, but he got some more big blessings on the way. He's gonna do some special things for sure. Very special things.
Chris, that shit dead. You ain't doing none of that. Ain't none of that switch. That shit smooth.
Number 1, Max Newsom. Number 3, Max Raymer. Number 4, C.Davis Jr. Number 14, Tristan Fry. And number 23, Reed Stogstead.
Russell. I'm a teacher here in Sun Prairie School District. I coach varsity football and varsity basketball here at Sun Prairie East High School. I've met Chris, I don't know if he remembers, but I was really good friends with his dad. Him and I played semi-pro football together with the Madison Mustangs. So I've actually met Chris when he was really little. And then I always stayed in touch with his dad when he was coaching Wisconsin Premier and Pearl Golders, the junior Pearl Golders. So I've met Chris when he was little, and I kind of seen him grow as an athlete, and him running around the fields with like practices and stuff, and then in the gym as well. So that's how my first encounters or memories of meeting Chris.
Memorial game, a team that was actually in the Big Eight at first. Played against a high major guard, Amarion Horford, plays for Power 5, junior this year. I'd say it was great just because it was chirping a lot before the game started. It's a packed out game. I think most of the people even said from Beloit that this is one of their best games this year. So it was a great experience, and I feel like we came ready to play.
Playing against Chris, man, it was always a challenge. Trying to figure out how to stop him, what different defenses we were going to throw at him. I know we talked about playing like a 2-3 zone against him. I know my suggestion was to try to do like a box one, and try to put like our best defender on him the whole game and try to face guard him. But like just playing against him, man, you always had to think of strategies of ways of stopping him, because we all know there's really no way to really stop Chris. So for a coach and try to stop him, you really have to like sit down and brainstorm and kind of throw everything at him in different looks. But it was a lot challenging to kind of like figure out ways to stop him, Chris. First heard Chris was coming to Sun Prairie East, I was actually in the football in the weight room, running our football stuff, and Coach Massalter calls me, and I didn't answer at first just because I was busy, but then he called me again, so I knew it was kind of an emergency then, so I answered the phone, and Coach Massalter was like, "You would never believe who's coming to Sun Prairie East." And I said, "Who?" He's like, "C.Davis." And I was like, "Nah, there's no way," because last time I heard Chris was at DME, that school in Milwaukee. I was like, there's no way. And Coach Massalter was like, "Nah, he's here." He said, Mr. Hotel just did a walk through the school with Chris, so he's really coming here. My mouth kind of dropped. Of course, I got off the horn with Coach Massalter, and then I started calling people to see if it was true. And then the more and more I started calling and reaching people, they were all confirming what they had heard. So I was super excited. We went from being, in my opinion, like a team that was going to be a contender to being the team to beat in the Big Eight.
fans, you could tell their fans really loved them, just how they was cheering for them and then how they was sending shots at us. But, you know, it was motivating us to keep going, and we took it all in and pulled it out the dub.
Why they put the cheer people out?
Get them, guys.
Merch.
Your team in here, bro?
I ain't never seen them.
They coming at night.
Bro, I got a little goodie bag, bro. Let's go. Huh? I got a little goodie bag. You got a little goodie bag, bro. I need some pencils, actually. I'm out of it.
Let's go.
Where they doing?
No, I'm taking shit. Well, why is my legs? Why am I this ashy? Hey, Six, you go get some lotion? Gee, I just put on lotion. Too late? This is bad.
Rub it in. Is it powder?
No, it's probably icy hot.
Oh, you do smell kind of like.
It's probably my icy hot. I just made it worse.
I was gonna say once you get sweaty, then it'll go right in.
Oh. Let's go! Let's get a fucking up. Alright? Gee, we gotta do auto. Let's go! Yeah, auto.
My feelings going into that game, I'd say during the day it was kind of rough just because I was thinking about it so much. But like I said, like after that jump ball, I just knew it was time to go. I knocked everything off, and my only main focus was trying to get this dub on senior night.
Man, watching him grow from his junior to his senior year, I think a big part of it was attention to detail off the court, taking the weight room more seriously. You know, just those details of he was always, you know, ice bath, play recovery, but being in the weight room all the time, getting his lifts in, going to tap, and then just, you know, you could see his body changing. Like he turning into a young man from a kid.
Kind of rough for me just because, you know, it's your senior night. As a senior, you wouldn't, time flies, and I don't think a lot of people was ready for those moments just because it's a night you'll always remember. But once everything started after that jump ball, I just knew it was time to go. Playing against Will Garlock, Wisconsin commit, I just tried to show him who I am and really just go at him every time I could.
Hey, that's what we needed, that win. We got 2 more. Look out, Veronica, we on y'all ass. Snatch it. Yeah.
Let's take a picture. You know, I got all this stuff in my They always.
And you can see, like, again, from the start of the season, he kind of felt that he had to do stuff by himself, but trusting us and trusting what we wanted to do for him and understanding that we all had the same goal, you could kind of see Chris grow as a player. I just know there's a game or two where he was struggling, and we just said, you just gotta trust. Like you have help that can do this, and we had guys that stepped in and helped out. And then once you seen Chris understand that part, the season kind of was easy for him. And then our way our system worked, like Chris is like, you didn't have to try so hard to be that dominant player. Just let things come to you. And once he understood that and grew as a player, I mean, the sky was the limit for him, right? I mean, he was still scoring like he was, but it was easier the way our system was. But for him to learn how to trust other people and to play in a different system from the start to the finish, you can just see it was great, because you just always knew, like, Chris is going to take the shot, Chris is going to do this. Doesn't like to pass, or he doesn't like to play defense. As you've seen, if you watch our team, Chris made the extra pass, Chris played defense. Like, getting to know Chris as a player, the type of person he is, man, I spent a lot of Sunday nights here in the gym with him, and his work ethic, it was just mind-blowing of the commitment he had of getting shots up and working on his games. Like I said, his commitment of called me every Saturday night, like at 10 or 9 or 10, Coach, can we get in the gym? Can we get in the gym? And I'm like, sure. So then, I would bring him and my son up here, and we'll get him in the gym around 7, leave at like 9, and just, put some rod wave on, and then they would get anywhere from like 500 to like 750 shots in per night. And just the way his work ethic was just crazy and unbelievable. Even like once the season started, we were either in the gym before school started, again after practice we'll get in the gym, but his work ethic was unmatched, top notch, just unreal. Also too, during that time when we got to meet him, you could just see he was just a kid, right? Just friendly, mentor. Again, when my son would come up with him, everything he did, he always made sure that my son was doing as well. Jokingly, just a really good person. I know, like, when he's on the basketball court, he's a dog. You can't teach that. But then, like, outside of that, he is just a genuine, caring, funny, shy, but he's just a really hard worker and overall just a really good kid.
Going into that Verona game at Verona to clinch up the Big 8 title, I'd say it was a game, just because, every time we've been playing Verona, it's always been a packed out gym since my sophomore year. We wanted that title so bad. I really wanted it too, just so I could say I was a back-to-back Big 8 champ. But no, going into that game, we was all fired up. Our head was in the right spots. Even in the locker room, we was hyped.
He really grew as a facilitator. Like, he gets so much attention, and even his junior year, he's getting boxing ones, he's getting face guarded. But I thought his senior year, he really did a good job of being unselfish and finding his teammates and understanding that he draws so much attention that he can make the game really easy for everybody else. that's the thing I would say is when he was a junior, it was just excitement. It was just in the moment, and I think his senior year, he was more focused. He was more intentional with his work. He was putting in extra workout sessions. Like he gonna work out twice a day.
Hey, Chris Davis for life. Fuck you talking about. Chris Davis for life. Hey, Chris Davis for life on everything. Chris Davis.
Good point. Instead of game sale, why don't all y'all take a picture?
Being a Big 8 champ was great just because not a lot of people can say they're a Big 8 champ once, but I can say I was twice. It was pretty hard. I had my ups and downs. It's kind of historical just because I say with all the ups and downs that I had, and going to a new school and winning it all was amazing.
Great, Doug. You know, we need ring next. You know that. Who we got first round? You know. It don't matter. 40 points. That's all we got to see. Great, Doug. Conference champs. You know, get the fuck up out of here in style. That's how we get.
Hey, I gotta take a picture
But
with you.
shit came down 2 times Big 8 champ. Now I gotta go win regional section and make it a state. Plain and simple.
Say going up against obviously our rivals, Sun Prairie East, and having a lot of people, it was just a really fun game. And then obviously playing against our old teammate Chris, that was just a really memorable moment. And it was just a really fun game in general. game plan was just to stop Chris as much as we could, just not let him at least get his average. And then obviously we tried our hardest doing that, but I mean he still got over his average.
Being a Big 8 champ is kind of historical, just because I say with all the ups and downs that I had, and going to a new school and winning it all was amazing.
I think I'll be jinxing ourselves because I keep saying belt to ass, and then the game get close as fuck, and we have to make the game, win free throws. But you know, something I do. Work hard.
Playoff run, the seeding was crazy. The win the Big 8, the way we did, and beating Verona, sweeping Verona twice, splitting with Mass Memorial, and then for us to get I believe we got a 4 seed was crazy. And then watching the seeding and where we were seated, I'm not gonna lie, it hurt. We didn't understand why that happened, but it is what it is. And again, we kept that message of we're going to prove people wrong. We're going to be road warriors, and we just got to, stick together and do us, and we'll be fine. And then we always had that goal of we got to get to the Kohl Center. And again, kind of what Chris has always said, unfinished business. And that was the biggest goal for us as well, just unfinished business, and let's go.
Playoffs, it was kind of odd just because we was the 5th seed and we thought we should have been a higher seed just because we won the conference, but it was all good because in practice we was working every day.
And I believe we played Badger first. We took care of business, and then we really was focused on that Mass Memorial game where we had to play over there.
Memorial game, it was a fired-up game just because second time we played them, we actually lost by a lot. And I'd say, really, me seeing a boxing one the second time this year was kind of hard to score. But I'd say I found my ways, came together as a team, and I was passing it a lot, opening up for my teammates and letting them eat.
I know Chris kind of struggled a little bit in that gym earlier this season, but again, that mentality of like us sticking together. We had guys make big shots in that game, and then we ended up pulling it away down the stretch towards the end. And again, just to see the excitement on that from our guys and the composure that we had.
You know, Kettle Moraine, obviously, they were undefeated, number one team in the state. All respect, that's, you know, I know some of them coaches and some of those players, a great program. But, you know, watching them on film, there was never any sense of fear. Obviously, they're a very good team, but, you know, I just told him, like, you're going to be the best player on the floor. It's just that simple. Like, you're going to be the best player on the floor. And if you show up and you're confident and you give your teammates confidence, y'all gonna win this game.
Then we had to face the big dog with Kettle Moraine, you know, the best team in the state, undefeated, rah, and all that good stuff. But like, our guys, our mentality were like, no, they got to beat us. Like, we were like, hey, we have the best player in the state on our team. We got some dudes too. And that game was crazy. We knew that we just had to compete with them and keep it close, because once we kept it close, like, they'd never seen anybody like us, right? Because we don't fold, especially during tough times.
The Kettle Moraine game, the team was 25-0, and I feel like I could have been able to give them their first loss, and our team was actually fired up in that game too again.
And, you know, coming to that game, like I said, like, we knew it was gonna be a really good game. Kettle Moraine's a great team. And I think, you know, he did a good job of getting his teammates going. Like, you know, Max Raymer, Tristan Fry, Glusick, all those guys, you know, they all played their role. Like, they really came together. It was a lot of fun to watch them play together.
half when they came out like on a 10-0 run, you could kind of see that crowd was getting hyped and whatnot. And again, our guys were like, all right, this is just normal Sun Prairie East basketball. And then all of a sudden we kept hitting daggers, boom. I know Chris had a highlight dunk that kind of get everybody crazy. And then Max Raymer went down with the blow and blood all over his face. But one guy, he went down, and we had the next guy pop up. But like, dude, we just stuck together. And then again, we kept digging, and then we ended up winning that game, which was great.
Really, it was just a dogfight, man. Out the gate, we all knew he wasn't gonna come into this game nonchalant and all that other stuff. He came fired up, he was ready to play, and showed to the world that we could compete with the number one team in the state.
Sure, and going forward, like you guys have been a Wanakee team, and even just be the team that's number one in the state. What's that do for this group's confidence now going to that next game, trying to punch a ticket to state?
Really. Just going into this game, man, realized we was a 5 seed going into this. We never been a 5 seed. We proved a lot of people that we should have been a number 3 seed or number 2 at most.
One more one.
What the heck? I knew it. I just have to tell you, there were some guys here yesterday that I was talking to that they're like, there's no way East is going to beat that.
That's what our friends said.
I'm like, you showed everybody. I was trying to find it on TV though. I was so pissed it wasn't on TV.
See, there was no coverage.
No
coverage in the paper was like this big.
And did you keep going to like social media to see like, and it kept saying, watch it live free, and then it would try to charge me, and I'm like, damn it.
Well, anyway,
so,
congratulations.
Yes, thank you right now.
Tomorrow have lunch.
Here? That's awesome. We might have to go. I'm just so proud of you guys. Was Kettle Moraine like, oh, they were bombing. Somebody said they have like 6 or 7 D1, or no, not true. They don't. These guys were feeding me lines of crap then yesterday on the basketball court.
Really
Yeah.
They have like 3 to 4 kids that are playing now.
All right. Okay, but not D1. They were undefeated. I haven't done LDS research. See, anybody can be beat. Anybody can be beat. Isn't that the truth? Do you guys need anything?
Huge name.
And then his daughter excited already.
I knew we was going to win out the gate.
I did too.
Once they started fucking chanting, I believed that we was going to win. Couldn't tip on myself.
They gave me a fair shot too. Like, they went up like 6 at the beginning. Then I came back at least before halftime. I was like, everybody like started changing things. Like, they was scared. Bro, I told you. Roman showed did not take that. Motherfucking nice. That's that guy.
I watched that clip like 7 times. I dropped his ass. I just flicked that bitch.
Bro, you sound like one of those shots. You was a joke.
Because he feels so odd. Because all I did was pronounce that sweet cross you just feel.
I gotta see that clip. I was running around crazy. That's what Ray had to
He made the clip. That made the clip even better.
It looked like y'all turned up. That's so good. Bring the left hand over. To the right. Away and back to the right. Different matches and then 2 matches. You know, it was a back and forth game. You know, they went on some runs. Kettle Moraine went on some runs. I thought, to start the second half, Kettle-Moraine went on a little run, and him and Raymer, just together, just being aggressive. Like, that's the biggest thing, is they were aggressive. They didn't shy away from anything. They didn't lose any confidence. The belief in themselves and the belief in their teammates never wavered. And I think you could see that on the floor with the intensity level and the way they competed.
It's over. Both. You're on the line. You're on the line. Gotta have it. Game time.
You said call practice. It's gonna be short too.
This way, one knee that way.
A lot of key that we can practice. We knew, right? We wanted our revenge against them because that was the first game of the season we lost to. We were excited to play them again because we knew we could beat them. Fell a little short. I don't want to blame referees, but for that big game, I could have felt that they should have had some different guys ref for that game. But it is what it is. We missed tough shots down the end. It hurt. We had some guys foul out towards the end, but it just, damn, it hurt a lot. We were so close. It was just sad to see it come to an end like that. That's, as a coach, that's like always the hardest thing, right? Just to see saying the goodbyes to your seniors, and then for me, like with Chris, it was hard because we just couldn't finish where we wanted to. Again, for me, just watching him from when we started the season off. Again, like I said before, the Sunday night gym sessions, the early morning before school basketball sessions, and then what he meant to my son as a role model. That part was really hard to kind of see. And then, leaving the locker room with him and I being like one of the last two people, and just, it hurt. It was really sad. So it was still disappointing. Overall, it was a great season, but that part was really sad to kind of end like that after a great run in the playoffs.
This is not the end of your career. This is just getting started. So please don't be discouraged. You did all you could. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you as an adult to do what you came to do. And guess what, Chris? All these people, even if they don't meet, they came out tonight to see you.
Wanakee, it was like a get-back game for us just because the first game of the year, we actually had a tough loss to them. But we was planning on winning that game. I feel like our head wasn't in the right place going into that game just because we just beat Cattle Moraine 2 days before. So I feel like we thought Wanakee would have been sweet. But, time goes on, and we're going to always look back into that game. It was like, we wish we could have won that one game to go to state.
Ball screen game right now. So being able to play out of ball screens, make reads, understand, time to score, play with pace, change your speed. Don't want to be going the same speed all the time. You want to be able to go slow to fast and then back to slow. And he's always been good coming off pin downs, catch and shoot. He played in Iversons, he's played in DHOs, he's played in a lot of actions over his career. And obviously he can shoot the hell out the ball. So like for him, to me, the next step was just, kind of creating those point guard skills, understanding how to be an initiator from the offense and find your people in their spots and on time and in rhythm. College basketball is a business, and I think, he knew it was a possibility. That coaching staff is a great coaching staff. They're having a lot of success. I think everyone knew it was a possibility of them moving to a bigger school and to a better situation for them. Probably happened a little quicker than anyone anticipated, but that's a credit to the work they put in when they were there for those 2 years and the success they had. But I think it was a reality check a little bit. Like, it gets real. During that process of, trying to figure out, was he gonna go to South Florida? Was he gonna reopen it? It was an up and down couple weeks. And, the biggest message I was telling him was like, look, like, you're gonna have an opportunity. You put in too much work. You might not know where right now. It's uncomfortable when you have that uncertainty and you're trying to work through that. But like, my thing is that should make you go harder. Like when you're going through stuff, like some people shy away from the work and they want to stop. So for him, it was just stay consistent in the gym, trust yourself, trust your work. The portal the way it is, a lot of teams are trying to figure out their roster in the spring, and so I think it was a little easier to go through because you can look at what teams need and how he would fit in different programs and really figure out what's going to be the best opportunity for him. What coaching staff do you trust? What system do you think you can play in? What role is available? And stuff like that, and really kind of just find the best situation for him to be successful. So, it was an up and down couple weeks. Obviously, it's hard to go through that type of situation at 17, and basketball is a big business at that level. And people got to do what's best for them. The summer before didn't go how he probably would say he wanted to go, but I think that helped him to just take it up another notch as far as his time in the gym. And I was really proud of the way he responded. It's the only way you can respond is to go harder. Like that's what it is. It's not going how you want it to go. You got to do more, right? You can't pout. You can't do nothing. It's just like, let's just get back in the lab
State head coach got a new job at South Florida, so I had to open my recruitment again. So I played AAU for 4 tournaments just to show my talent on the EYBL, and I felt like first session was great. I averaged 19 points, got a first team all conference EYBL, and I picked up a couple more schools, and I got to show my talent to a lot of coaches, and I had a lot of schools reached out. With all that, I picked up 7 more new schools of offers to go to, and I feel like it was great, and I let God handle all of it.
Huge shout out to Omar Lowry and Torrey Johnson, team hero, giving him an opportunity to show what he can do on that platform. And you know, he was prepared for that moment. Like they gave him a chance to showcase in front of coaches, and you know, they helped him. You know, Omar helped him a ton with just preparing for the college game, little details, just the little things that, you know, when you're playing at the high school level with your local high school, there's stuff you can get away with that you can't get away with in college, and you don't want to allow that to become habits. And so just, you know, fixing those little small habits, and then, you know, his mentality was the same. Like when he get on the court, his mentality is kill. Like that's what's going through his mind. He's trying to kill. So when he got out there, it don't matter if them kids is top 20 in the country, they got 4 or 5 stars, and they got this offer, that offer. Like, that don't matter to him. He gonna kill. Helping him through the recruiting process the second time, and you know, guiding him through that, it was really more similar to a transfer portal recruitment. To be honest, like it was quick. You know, like I said, you got a month to build a relationship and take visits and figure out where you want to be. And so, you know, traditionally in high school, you're building relationships over 2 to 3 years. Versus, you know, in college now, if you hit the portal, you know, you got a 30-day, 60-day window, whatever it is, to figure out where you want to be. So it was kind of more similar to a transfer recruitment, honestly, just in the speed of it. But you know, a ton of schools reached out. You know, we decided we didn't want nothing to do with social media. You know, we didn't post who he was talking to. We didn't post his offers. You know, I think he had 27 schools called him. I think he had 8 or 9 that officially offered him. And so, you know, that was a lot to work through, you know, talking to all these different coaches. And I think at times it was overwhelming. But, you know, just understanding you want to find a coach that you can see yourself playing for, that believes in you, a system that fits his game. And then, you know, his biggest thing was he wants the opportunity to compete and play. Like, he don't want no guarantees, he don't want no promises, he just want an opportunity of figuring out what school he gonna be comfortable at, where can he be himself, where was he gonna develop is a big thing, where is he gonna be in that lab getting better. And I think, you know, he found all of that in Charleston. The visit was amazing, the coaching staff, you know, their experience, their expertise, the way their system runs, how they see him fitting in, the player development aspect with, you know, Jeff McGinnis and those guys. And then Coach Mack, you know, he's been at Louisville in the ACC, he's been at Xavier, like he's done this, he's coached pros, and the way they want to play is how he wants to play.
Going to Charleston was great for me just because it was a great experience out there. Love the campus, love their style of play, love the coaches. I feel like they can develop me a lot in the future, and I feel like they can get me ready for the next level.
How you feel to be a high school graduate?
Huh?
How you feeling?
Excited.
She clouded behind you.
Excited. Another achievement. One step away from the league now.
So we have my grad party. Finally just graduated high school. On to the next chapter at Charleston. Feels good.
How was them 2 weeks at Charleston?
I stayed up 2 weeks. It was just pure work. I didn't start school yet. I start school next month. So we just been working, really just taking it all in, trying to stay focused.
How has the adjustment been from like high school to college, hooping wise?
No, it's different just because how the lifting and stuff is. and the competition you playing, people that's literally like your skill-wise every day. So just really, I feel like I'm used to it so much that I was on my off-season, I was working every day so hard, and I was used to it getting there. But I feel like for a lot of people, it would have been brand new for them. It would have been rough, but it's good that I already had the experience. So.
How would you like describe Charleston to somebody who never been there?
I'd say Charleston is like a fast-paced place. Everything's like fast speed. One of the richest places in South Carolina. So it's like it's a lot to do out there. But no, my main focus is to play basketball. So that's why I go out there.
You was nervous while going down there, or you was just ready?
Nah, yeah. I'd say the first day was pretty scary just because I'm by myself. Now it's like the real world I'm living in now. I had to train up, grow up. So I'd say, yeah, that was pretty. It was rough. I was getting homesick first week, but now that second week when I was there, it was just really, I was getting used to it all, and now I'm comfortable.
You got bigger or no?
I got big?
Come on, man. You see my butt?
I don't know. You been eating or what?
Hell no. They try to complain and say I don't eat too much.
Who is this? Y'all can be in it. Y'all want to be in it?
Y'all know I'm gonna be in it.
What you got to say?
Hey y'all, I'm the favorite cousin. I'm the out of town cousin.
Out of town cousin.
Yes. And the favorite. That bitch, he doesn't normally see me, but I'm here now. Oh, don't cuss in here. I'm like a proud cousin. My cousin that came a long way and beat all the odds and all the obstacles and made God bless my cousin through his whole journey and made college treat right.
That part.
Yeah.
He's just a little baby, but you know, back to Hollywood. But I'm proud of the youngin. Now you get to experience college life. I told him what he needs to join once he gets there.
What is that?
The sorority I'm in.
How he gonna join that? That's for
Not
girls.
sorority, but like, being like, you know.
Which one you think? A Kappa, a Q?
I don't know. I think he gives Kappa vibes, but
A pretty boy?
yeah.
I mean, yeah, he light skinned.
I think so. I think he gives Kappa vibes. We're gonna revisit this in like a couple years, and we're gonna see what you choose. But I'm telling you.
We here at the graduation party. I'm so proud of Chris. Yesterday was amazing. It was emotional. It was everything to see him walk across the stage. Now we're gonna celebrate. Then off to Charleston.
Yeah, how you feel about Charleston? How you feel like him being in South Carolina?
I'm excited. Like, I can't wait till he stamped his name for Charleston like he did here in Madison.
All right, you was scared for him?
I was nervous because, you know, it's a long ways from home, but he's prepared, he's ready, and he gonna make it do what it does.
How often you gonna be in Charleston?
I'm gonna try to go once a month, at least once a month, because, you know, I'm gonna miss him. We're gonna be so far apart.
Once a month? It's crazy. He gonna be the second month, he gonna be like, all right, mom, okay, give me a little time.
When he tell me, okay, he's comfortable enough, I'll stop coming so much, but I'm still gonna come.
No, he gonna say you're always welcome, so you'll be straight.
I hope so.
I'm his sister.
I'm Jameer, and I'm his brother. I'm proud of Chris and all the accomplishments he's been through, because even like the loss of people's parents and stuff like that, people resort to like other bad stuff. He resorted to like working out and like grinding and making accomplishments and like getting them accomplishments done for his dad, instead of like doing this, that, and the third just for like grieving.
Yeah, I agree with that. I appreciate everything he's done, because he's really making a name for like the city. Like, he's really putting on for the city right now, because I don't know no other basketball player that's doing this much out of Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah, he's accomplished a lot in the past year or two. I mean, I just moved back here, and when I came here, it was a big realization that, wow, like, he's really putting on for these people. Like, this is who everybody looks up to, like him. And now that I'm seeing it just really just unfold right in front of me, it's like, it's a lot, don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's really good. Like, it's a good thing, and it's a thing to be happy about and everything. We're here actually celebrating everything that he's been through this whole time. He just graduated, you know, class of 2025, and we're very proud of him for that. So we're here to celebrate everything that he did for us, that he put on for the city. We're here to do it.
He's never been able to guard me. He still can't, but congrats, Chris. I know you're gonna do big things. I'm always cheering for you.
Congratulations, little Chris. I'm proud of you. Of course, bro. You went through so many obstacles in your life and you still pushed through. You never let nothing stop your grind, and you stay dedicated. And yeah, I'm very proud of you. And we got a good one on their hands.
I'm lit. How y'all coming?
Don't look at me crazy. Fuck you look crazy for? Come on, man. Everybody saying me on my pride.
I'm finna go in here. How y'all feeling on this wonderful day? I took over the vlog, just mind that. We at this grad party.
Alright. Thank y'all for all coming. And y'all can enjoy yourself. Man, come on. I think that's all I got for y'all.
Go stand with her.
Coming out to celebrate Chris before he goes off to Charleston and do his thing there. We appreciate everybody supporting him while he was here in Madison on his journey here. This past year was extremely hard for him. Y'all was part of his strength. The motivation, it was all needed. This village definitely lifted me, him, and my family, and the Davis family as well. Thanks for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoy yourself.
You couldn't do that. He could have did that.
Right.
Mr. Talking to you.
Right.
He's so, he definitely not. They talking about shy. No, he not.
Or if they talk to him about scoring 30, he gonna say, yeah, I was locked in tonight. The defense wasn't ready.